Hello, my Nerdy-Nawg-Dawgs. This is part 2 of our Chapter 3 study guide. So let's get going. This is a very common question, similar to questions we're going to have on the test, similar to questions we've done in class. Dylan has 6 times as many stickers as Chloe. They have 336 altogether. How many more does Dylan have than Chloe? Okay, so we know that Dylan has 6 times more. How do we display that on a bar model? Well, we might want to start with Chloe. Chloe's got 1 piece. Dylan has 6 times more. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this should be perfectly clear. To Chloe's 1 part, he's got 6 parts, okay? Altogether, they have 7 pieces. We know that there are 336 stickers within their total amount here, okay? So whatever Chloe has plus what Dylan has equals 336 stickers. So to solve for this, we need to isolate Chloe's box here, right? How many stickers does Chloe have? Okay, or we need to isolate at least 1 part. So how can we do that? Well, we know there's 7 parts altogether. So we can take 336 and divide it by 7. Okay, doing our standard algorithm, 7 goes into 3. Well, no, Miss Nawg-Dawg, it doesn't. So we're going to put a 0 placeholder up top. Just to make sure we got that. And then we can go through our does McDonald's sell burgers routine. So can we divide 7 into 3? Nope, we've got 0. Now we multiply, right? 0 times 7 equals 0. Now we subtract. 3 minus 0 equals 3. And then we're right back to where we were. Does 7 divide into 3? No, Miss Nawg-Dawg, we told you that. We put the 0 placeholder. So what can we do? We can bring down the next digit and try to divide into that digit as well. So we bring down this 3. Now I have 33. Does 7 divide into 33? Or like the first problem in part 1, how many 7s can you take out of 33? Well, Miss Nawg-Dawg, I know that if I'm looking for a jumping off point, I know my 5s. 7 times 5 is 35. That's going to be too high. So I'm going to go 1 bump down because it's awfully close. And I'm going to say 7 times 4, and that gives me 28. Okay. So now I have to do, I just did my multiplication. 4 times 7, 28. Now I need to subtract. 33 minus 28. I need to borrow a 10. 13 minus 8 is 5. 2 minus 2 is 0. So now I have 5. Will 7 divide into 5? Why, no, Miss Nawg-Dawg, but you know that. So we need to bring down, and there is another digit here. Remember, with long division, we always have to have a digit up on top of the dividend to show that we've divided into that number. So we can actually bring down this digit. And now, instead of trying to divide into 5, we're dividing into 56. So the question, right back up to the top, divide, is how many 7s can I pull out of 56? Or how many times will 7 go into 56? And oh my goodness, Miss Nawg-Dawg, it'll go in 8 times. Okay, now we have to multiply. 8 times 7, 56. If you've already got your long division down, I apologize for you waiting for me on this. 56 minus 56 is 0. So there's no other digits to bring down. We are done dividing, and we have an answer of 48. What does that 48 mean? Well, the 48 is the total of 1 segment, okay? That also means that this segment here is 48, and this is 48, and this is 48, and this is 48, 48, 48. Okay, So now we can say that Chloe has 48 stickers and Dylan has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times Chloe. And so to solve for that, we can do our multiplication here. 6 times 8 gives us 48. Carry that 4. 6 times 4, 24 plus 4, 28. So altogether, Dylan has 288. Okay? And when we add 288 and 48 together, we get 336. We were solving for how many more does Dylan have than Chloe. So are we done yet? No, we're not done. Our last step is to take Dylan's total of 288 and subtract Chloe's amount of 48. 8 minus 8, 0. 8 minus 4, 4. And 2. So how many more does Dylan have than Chloe? Well, Dylan has 200, let me get my has in there, 240 more than Chloe. Oh, and you can't even see that. I'm sorry. Off the camera. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Let's look at our next question. What did I have on here? Oh, okay. So, here we go. Star's Bike Shop sold 3 bikes the first month of business. Aha. The second month, she sold 6 times as many. The third month, the shop sold 10 times as many bikes from the first month. Okay, so you can see already this is pretty tricky. Or there's lots of parts in this. It then asks us for A, how many bikes were sold in 3 months total, and B, each bike was sold for $250. How much money was made over 3 months? So we did a problem like this in class recently. What I like to do first, I'm sorry I don't have a lot of room to work, so I'm going to have to move this down a little bit, is I like to identify all the pieces, okay? So I'm going to say month 1, 2, and 3, okay? And the first question is, how many bikes sold in 3 months? So let's identify all the pieces first before we move on. I get ahead of myself. So it says the bike shop sold 3 bikes the first month of business. Okay, so we sold 3 bikes. The second month, she sold 6 times as many. So if I were to bar model this, I would have my 3 bikes. And then to show 6 times as many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if each piece is 3, we know that these are all 3. And that's 6 times as many. And then it reads, the third month, the shop sold 10 times as many bikes from the first month. Okay, so if the first month was 3 and it sold 10 times as many, we automatically know that that 3 times 10 gives us 30 bikes. Okay, so how many bikes in total? Well, we've got 3 times 6 gives us 18 bikes. 3 bikes the first month plus the 30 bikes, okay? So we've got a total of 51 bikes if we add those all together. 30 plus 18 plus 3. Oh, you can't see. I keep forgetting to raise up my paper. Not enough room. Okay, so we've got 51 bikes total. That would answer A. But then our question is, each bike was sold for $250. How much money was made over the 3 months? Okay, so now we know that we have a multiplication problem to do. And of course, it's a double-digit multiplication. So if each bike was $250 and we have 51 bikes total, which were sold. We know that we're going to have to do our multiplication by the ones. 1 times 0, 0, 1 times 5, 1 times 2. Now what goes here, everyone? Dun, dun, dun. Our phantom 0 to represent now multiplying of the tens place. So now we do 5 times 0. Don't forget phantom 0. 5 times 5. And 5 times 2 plus the 2 we carried, and add it all together. Okay, so how much money, or each bike was sold for $250. How much money was made over the 3 months? $12,750. Do you guys think you can do this on a test? Because there is a question just like this one. I hope it makes sense to you.